bhavatu sahanao bhunaktu sah viryam karavavahai tejasvinavadhitamasto ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Vande Guru Paramparam. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram. Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Hari Om. Welcome to this 20th day of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, seen from the light of Bhagavan Sri Adisankaracharya's Bhashya or commentary. We completed the 9th verse yesterday. What is the 8th verse? Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijami aham. At that time I manifest. Bhagavan says, whenever there is a disturbance for dharma and adharma is on the rise, at that point of time I manifest in this world. So who is this I, Ishvara, Bhagavan, who manifests in this world, and in what all ways can we know him? That is explained in the next few verses. 10th verse. Vitaraga bhaya krodha manmaya mamupashrita bahavo jnana tapasa puta madbhavamagata. Vita, without. The one who is without raga, bhaya, krodha. Raga is attachment, bhaya is fear, insecure feeling, bhaya. Krodha is anger, born out of desire. When desire is obstructed, it turns into anger. Vita, raga, bhaya, krodha. Manmaya, the one who keeps their mind in me. Manmaya. Mam upashritaha, the one who is worshipping me at all times. Mam upashritaha. Bahavaha, many people. Jnana tapasa. Jnana tapas means thinking about the truth. Tapa alochane. Jnanameva tapaha. Thinking about the truth. We think all the time. The thinking does not become tapas. It becomes worry because we are not thinking in the right manner as we should be thinking and arriving at a knowledgeable conclusion. We end in confusions rather. So jnana tapasa, bahavaha, many people who are observing jnana tapas, what do? They are thinking about the truth. They are thinking about the reality throughout the day. Jnana tapasa. What happens when they think? Putaha, they are purified. They means their thoughts, their mind, their emotions are purified. And what happens when they get purified? Madbhavam agataha. They come into my own nature, my sattvic nature of being. Madbhavam agataha. Vita raga bhaya krodha. Ragaha cha bhayam cha krodhaha cha vita vigata. People who don't have attachment, fear and anger. Yebhyaha te vitaraga bhaya krodhaha. Those people are called vitaraga bhaya krodhaha. Manmaya brahmavid ishvara abheda darshinaha. Manmaya means they become like me, so they become a Brahmavid, the one who knows the truth and the one who knows that Ishvara is not different from I. Ishvara Abheda Darshinaha. Mam eva Parameshwaram Upashritaha. They become one with me and they worship me, that Brahman, that Ishvara, as Parameshwara Upashritaha. Kevala Jnana Nishtha Ityarthaha. How do they live in this world? They live in this world as knowers of the truth. Bahavaha Aneke Jnana Tapasa Jnanamev cha Paramatma Vishayam Tapaha Tena Jnana Tapasa Putaha Param Shuddhim Gataha Santaha Madbhavam Ishvara Bhavam Moksham Agataha. What is my state of being? My state of being is Ishvara, the Lord. And what is the Lord, the status of the Lord? Moksha, or freedom. The ability to do whatever I want to do, kartum, akartum, anyatha kartum. I can do, I cannot do, I can do something else also. Then what is expected? That is the state of Ishvara. Some anupraptaha, they attain that state of Ishvara or moksha or jnana, or being a Brahmavid. Itara tapo nirapeksha jnana nishtha iti asya lingam jnana tapasa iti visheshana. So specially it is being meant as jnana tapas. It's being mentioned as jnana tapas, unless it can be construed that any kind of tapas. No, only jnana tapas. Because only that jnana can take me to moksha. The knowledge of the truth, the knowledge of the absence of any difference between the Brahman and Ishvara, the Atma and Ishvara, the I and Ishvara, the I which is Brahman and Ishvara, there is no difference. The one who realizes that is doing jnana tapas. It is not just any tapas, not any kind of a distortion of the body or any kind of a difficulty that we put through, not that tapasya, but this is jnana nishtha, being established in that knowledge. तव तर्हि रागद्वेषौ स्तः येन केभ्यश्चित् एव आत्मभावं प्रयच्छसि न सर्वेभ्यः इति उच्यते. So suppose the question may arise, only the people who are all worshipping you, like these jnanis, through jnana tapas, you are giving them moksha. So Ishvara, you have got likes and dislikes. You are not a god then, without likes and dislikes. You are supposed to be Ishvara, right? So you cannot bless only certain people and leave alone certain people. So interestingly, Bhagavan replies, Ishvara replies, Sri Krishna replies, everybody doesn't ask for moksha. Moksha, very few people ask. So I give whatever they ask for. What they don't ask for, I don't give. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam stathaiva bhajamyaham mama vartmanu vartante manushya partha sarvashaha ye yatha mam prapadyante. In whatever manner people worship me, tams tathaiva bhajamyaham. In that way I serve them. I give them what they want, what they ask for. Whatever way they come to me, in whatever way they consider me and ask me, I look at them in that manner and I bless them with what they want. Mama vartma anuvartante. People are always following my path. Whatever they do, they are actually seeking after me only. Mama vartma anuvartante manushyaha partha sarvashaha. In all manners possible, in all ways possible, people are following only my way. Only they are all seeking after me. They are seeking blessings from me. They are seeking their gifts from me. In whatever they may be doing, whatever action they may be engaging, they are engaging with me only. Hey Partha, O Arjuna, ye yatha mam prapadyante, yena prakarena, yena prayojanena, Yet phalarthitaya mam prapadyante. In what means, towards what end, and towards what, seeking what results they are worshipping me. Tan tatha eva tat phaladanena bhajami anugrinhami. I will give them what they ask for. I am not going to give them something more or something less. Exactly that which they ask for, I bless them. Aham iti etat. Tesham moksham prati anarthitvat. Then, for those people who ask me for something or the other, they are not interested in moksha. Nahi ekasya mumukshutvam phalarthitvam cha yugapat sambhavati. In one person, there cannot be a desire for moksha, and there cannot be a desire for the results of some action to be done. The results of something to be attained in this, it cannot happen simultaneously. So either it has to be liberation, freedom, or it has to be freedom means knowledge, or it has to be some experience of results of some particular actions, or not only results, some particular desires to be experienced. So that is the only two possibilities. Ato ye phalartinaha tan phalapradanena ye yathoktakarinaha tu aphalarthinaha mumukshavaha chatan jnanapradanena ye jnaninaha sanyasinaha mumukshavaha tan mokshapradanena tatha arthan आर्तिहरणेन इति एवं यथा प्रपद्यन्ते ये तान् तथा एव भजामि. For those who seek results, I give them results. For those who mumukshus, who are seeking after knowledge, I give them knowledge. For the sannyasis who have received the knowledge but they want liberation, I give them liberation. For the one who is seeking Bhagavan, seeking Ishvara, to push away their sorrows in life, artiharanena, I do that for them. I help them to remove their sorrows. But it doesn't mean that if I remove the sorrows now, that sorrow will not come back. So the whole purpose of this understanding is Ishvara gives everything. Ishvara gives moksha, Ishvara gives jnana, Ishvara gives the results of the desires that we seek. Ishvara also removes our sorrows. So, for what purpose we want to ask Ishvara to give us, whether we want to demand the highest or whether we want to demand something which is going to turn into a problem again. If sorrow is removed now, until I know what is the root cause of that sorrow, why that sorrow is coming, that sorrow will continue to come. So asking for moksha, if I want some result for some particular desire, another desire will come and again I will have to ask. So what is it that I want to ask Ishvara for? Asking once, after which I don't need to ask anymore at all. What is that desire? That is only moksha. Na punaha ragadvesha nimittam moha nimittam va kanschit bhajami. So I will not bless anybody because I have desire to bless somebody and I hate somebody. I don't have all these qualities, says Ishvara, says Bhagavan. Sarvatha api sarvavasthasya mama Ishvarasya vartma margam anuvartanti manushyaha yat phalarthi taya yasmin karmani adhikrita ye prayatante te manushya uchyante he partha sarvashaha sarvaprakaraihi. They are called human beings because in this world where there is the possibility for working in a particular scheme like the varna ashrama dharma, varna and ashrama, according to our gunas and according to our karma, we can do work and get results, and that has been given, that opportunity has been provided only in this earth. In no other loka it is there. Yadi tava ishwarasya ragadi dosha abhavat sarva pranishu anujighrukshayam tulyayam sarva phala pradana samarthe cha tvayi sati vasudevaha sarvam iti jnanena eva mumukshavaha santaha kasmat tvam eva sarve na pratipadyante itu iti shrunu tatra karanam. Okay, you are Ishvara, you are capable of blessing everybody, you do not have any likes and dislikes, you bless everybody equally, but why still you don't bless everybody equally? Why are people getting different things from you? All of them, they don't get moksha. What is the reason? Kangshantah karmanam siddhim yajantaiha devataha क्षिप्रं हि मानुषे लोके siddhir karmajam. Very interesting motto of this letter, siddhir bhavati karmaja. It is the motto of Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, IIT Madras. Siddhir bhavati karmaja. By action, we attain results. This is from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4. Words of Bhagavan Shri Krishna. So we have very interesting mottos from the Bhagavad Gita in many departments. As and when the earlier one we saw was Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam. It is the motto of the training Indian Administrative Service Training Academy at Dehradun. Kangshantaha karmanam siddhim. So people having desire for achieving results of action, yajanta iha devataha. They worship the gods because they want to attain results of certain actions. And then what happens when they worship the gods to attain results of certain actions? Kshipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. Kshipram means in this human birth, in this world, where the authority has the sanction has been given for the Vedas to point out the different types of actions we can do to attain different types of results. The authority is there in the Vedas and it functions only in this world. Kshipram means immediately when I do a karma, when people gather together and they do a yajna to get rain, rain comes. When people gather together, a yajna is organized for offspring in a family, like the Putra Kameshti Yaga, which Sri Rama's father did, Dasharatha did. Sri Rama and the 3 other children were born, Putra Kameshti Yaga. If I do a Rajasuya Yajna for capturing kingdoms, then capturing kingdoms will become possible. Shipram means immediately, as soon as it happens, the results come. Manushe loke, where does it come? Only in this human world it comes. Kangshantaha abhipsantaha karmanam siddhim phalanishpattim prarthayantaha yajanta iha asmin loke devataha indragnadyaha. Indra, Agni, Adyaha. People worship gods like Indra, which is who is nothing but the heart of the being of the personality, manifested as a power or the king of the gods, Indra. Agni is a fire element. These are all worshipped. These are all worshipped as gods. For different purposes, they invoke those gods to get those results. अथ यो अन्याम देवताम उपास्ते अन्यो असवान्योहम अस्मि इति न स वेद यथा पशुरेवं स देवानाम. The one who knows, the one who doesn't know that every god that is worshipped is me only, are all equal to, are all considering the devas like cows and goats. that is their understanding. They don't have the right understanding that through all the devas, it is me who is giving the results of the action. Tesham hi bhinna devata yajinam phalakangshinam kshipram kshigram hi yasmat manushe loke manushya loke hi shastra adhikaraha. The shastras have been enjoined for this human loka, for this human world, where by doing actions you can achieve results. It is not possible in any other world, not in Deva Loka, Gandharva Loka, Swarga Loka. It is not possible. Only in the human world. That is why the population of the human world is increasing, the human population, because only in the human birth, in the human world, we are able to do actions and achieve results. Like animals, like tigers, lions, they cannot go to office, they cannot conduct yajnas to fulfill their desires. Every day they have to just eat, sleep, mate, or do whatever it is that is within their programming. That alone they can do. It is only human beings who have been given this capacity. Saha yajna praja srishtva purovacha prajapatihi anena prasavishyadvam yeshavostvishta kamadukha. This yajna is has been created along with the birth of human beings and told by Prajapati that you can make use of this yajna, and this is your wish yielding cow. By action, you can achieve whatever you want in this world. क्षिप्रम हि मानुषे लोके इति विशेषणात् अन्येषु अपि कर्मफल सिद्धिं दर्शयन्ति भगवान. So what are the there is no in the Manushya Loka alone there is karma phala siddhi. It is not possible in other lokas. In other lokas it is not possible. Only in Manushya Loka karma phala siddhi is possible. Manushe loke. But in other lokas different other siddhis are there, but actions can be done only in the human world. Manushe eva loke varnashramadi karmadhikaraha na anyeshu lokeshu iti niyamaha. Kim nimittaha iti. Why is it so that only on earth that this is a possibility and it is not possible in other worlds? Athava varnashramadi pravibhagopeta manushya mama vartma anuvartante sarvasha iti uktam kasmat punaha karanat niyamena tavayeva vartma anuvartante na anyasyeti uchyate. So for what reason that it is in this world, in this earth, in this human world alone is action having the possibility to provide results and not other worlds? Because Bhagavan Shri Krishna is now giving a very famous statement again, talking about the Varna system. The Varna system is a differentiation of the 4 categories in the community, in the society, based upon their qualities and based upon the actions that they do, the moods, emotions, and feelings that they have because of the basic qualities, and the actions those people do, the kind of jobs those people do, the kind of things that they take up. And he says that he has created them in this world. So let us see what is that verse 30. Chatur varnyam maya srishtam gunakarma vibhagashaha tasya kartaramapi mam vidya kartaram avyayam. Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam. I have created the 4 varnas or 4 colors. Accordingly, we can separate human beings into 4 categories based on their guna and karma, based on what are their qualities, whether they are sattva guna, rajo guna, or tamo guna, preponderance or predominance of one guna over the other, and a combination of the 3 gunas. Karma vibhagashaha, and the actions that they do. Karma vibhaga, the different actions that they do. Tasya kartaram api mam. I am their kartara. I am the doer of these. I am the one who has created this. Vidhi akartaram avyayam. But you cannot really call me. I don't have any involvement in it. I have just created it, like I have brought it out for the welfare of society. Like so and so created the Constitution of India. The kartaram of the Constitution is this person or the group of people, but they are not available here. They are not going around seeing the implementation of the Constitution. So I am the karta of the Constitution, but I am not of it. Meaning it is not because of me that everything is happening, or whatever issues, whether people follow the Constitution or whether they don't follow the Constitution, and what are all the problems that arise because people don't follow the Constitution, is not Ishvara's problem. Is not the one who created. The one who created is not in that, means he has created it and that's it. And after that he is just a witness of everything. He's got nothing to do with the way in which the Varnashrama system is functioning. it is not a sense of withdrawal or a lack of interest, but it is out of a sense of clarity about the knowledge of the creation of this varnashrama dharma, which we need to have. Chaturvarnyam chatvara eva varnaha chaturvarnyam maya ishwarena srishtam. Ishvara, the Maya Shakti within, the power of emotion, the power of knowledge is at Ishvara, and that has created these four varnas. Utpaditam Brahmanaha Asya Mukhamasiti Ityadi Shrutehe. In the Shrutis, in the Vedas, it says, we are not going to delve deeply into that because it's a different subject altogether. But for the welfare of society, these classifications have been created. Tatra Satvikasya Sattva Pradhanasya Brahmanasya Shamo Dama Tapa Ityadini Karmani. Satvika means Sattva Guna, where knowledge is predominant, where brightness of thinking, consciousness is more pronounced. The identification is with consciousness and the intellect. So that is the Brahmana Varna, where Sattva Guna is predominant. Their qualities, the qualities that they need to espouse is Shama, is control of the mind, Dama, control of the sense organs, and Tapa is austerities they have to take up in their life. And the next is Sattva Upasarja Rajaf Pradhanasya Kshatriyasya Shaurya Teja Prabhrutini, where Rajoguna is important, Sattva Guna is supporting Rajoguna, that is the Kshatriya, and for them these qualities like Shaurya is valor, Teja is brilliance, Dhriti is fortitude, Dakshyam is skillfulness, Dhritir Dakshyam, Yuddhe Chapya Palayanam, not running away from war, Danam, Ishvara Bhavam. Danam means I am able to give, the ability to give. Ishvara Bhava, lordship. Danam Ishvara Bhavascha, Kshatram Karma Swabhavajam. It comes in the 18th chapter, 18th chapter. So this is a Swabhava, or the qualities espoused by the Kshatriyas. And then you have Tama Upasarja, Rajav Pradhanasya Vaishyasya, Krishyadini Karmani. Krishi Gauraksha Vanijyam, Vaishya Karma Swabhavajam. Krishi Gauraksha. Krishi means farming, and Gauraksha means protecting of the cows and cattle. Tama Upasarja Rajav Pradhanasya, where Tamoguna or darkness, more identification with the body and the unconscious mind, Tamo, and Rajoguna is action, the striving for action is there. Such people are called Vaishyas, and their job is Krishi, like trading and agriculture, farming, and also rearing cattle and animal husbandry. Raja Upasarja Tamah Pradhanasya. Now the last category, the Shudras, they are having Tamoguna as their Pradhana, and Rajoguna is supporting that Tamoguna, and they are Shushrusha Eva Karma. Their job is to assist others. Shushrusha means helping everybody else, because their strength is their body consciousness is their strength, which is not there in the Brahmana. The Brahmana is not capable of using the body to help or using the body to do physical labor. There is a lot of difference between, even if it can be washing a vessel, the one who has been trained to wash the vessel, and that is her monthly work, and she gets her monthly income out of that. When that person washes the vessel, and one person who doesn't have that kind of a training, who has not applied her energy through the hands, you can see the difference in the way the vessels are washed. In your homes, you can check it out. So this is Shushrusha Eva Karma. Shushrusha means helping, assisting. With the physical body, they do actions. Iti evam Gunakarma Vibhagashaha Chaturvarnyam Maya Srishtam Iti Arthaha. So Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, I have created these 4 different types of actions according to the qualities that the people have, and according to the preponderance of the gunas which promote certain types of actions. Tacha idam chaturvarnyam na anyeshu lokeshu ataha manushe loke iti visheshanam. It is not in other lokas, but only in this human birth, in this human world. Hanta tarhi chaturvarnya sargadehe karmanaha kartrutvat tat phalena yujyase ato natvam nityayuktaha nityeshvara iti uchyate. So suppose you have created this chatur varnya, this four varnas, and so you are going to benefit by this, by the creation that you have done. And then how can you be called a Nitya Yukta Ishvara? You are the Lord, you are the Supreme, and all that. But still, you are also dependent on the results of the action. No. Yadyapi Maya Samvyavaharena Tasya Karmanaha Kartaram Api Santam Mam Paramarthitaha Viddhi Akartaram Atayeva Avyayam Asamsarinam Cha Mam Viddhi. I am not the doer, even though I might have created, my work stops there. I am not bothered about the results of the creation. Meaning, I know the creation has a good purpose, and it is just going to go ahead and be used by the people. I am not concerned about, because of this this creation of mine, what results am I going to get. I don't have that concern. So asamsarinam. So I am not a samsari. I am not bound by the results of my action. Avyayam. I am like this prana, this Ishwaratva is what to say? Avyayam is how much ever you take, it does not deplete at all. Indefatigable, indepletable, infallible. Akartaram. I am not the doer. Esham tu karmanam kartaram mam manyase paramarthataha tesham akarta eva aham yataha. So the one who thinks that I am the karta of all the karmas, I am indeed a karta. People may think that I am only the doer of all these actions, but I am not. Like people, like we say, Ishvara did this, Ishvara did that. It is our own words that we say. Ishvara is not doing this or that out of his own will. It is out of our own will and out of our own movement and our own thoughts and our own energy. The different actions are happening. But why do we say na aham karta, hari karta? Because Ishvara, just like Ishvara is not taking any what to say, he does not say with arrogance that I am the doer of the action. We follow the same bhava that Ishvara has, and we just say, no, I am not the doer of the action. You are only the doer of the action. Like two friends, they love each other, and there is only one seat in the bus. And so those friends will be fighting, you sit down, you sit down, you sit down, you sit down. So that is the same thing with Ishvara and the Jiva, where Ishvara says, I am not the doer, and then he gives up. He doesn't say particularly anybody is the doer. Whereas the Jiva who is connecting with Ishvara says, I am not the doer, you are the doer of the action. So why doesn't the Ishvara consider himself as the doer of the action? Because the results of the action do not bind him. Namam karmani limpanti name karma phale spruha iti mam yobhijanati karma bhirna sabadhyate. Namam karmani limpanti. The actions do not bind me, meaning I am not bound by anything to compulsorily do some action. Name karma phale spriha. I also do not have any attachment to the results of the action. So if the action is of eating, the result of the action is a feeling of fulfillment. I am not the doer of the action. I am not the one who eats, nor am I the one who experiences that fulfillment after eating the food. I am like that prana which is there in this whole system, where food goes in and then the experience is experienced within by that individual who has put in the food. I have got nothing to do with anything. It is just like Bhagavan is saying, I am like the ocean. I exist. Whether it is a big wave, a tsunami, a tidal wave, or a small wave, or no waves at all, the ocean is quiet. I have got nothing to do with all that because I am the ocean. In the same way, Namam karmani limpanti. Name karma phale spriha. I don't have any particular idea that I want this particular result from this action. The ocean is not thinking, I want to produce a tidal wave. I want to produce a tsunami. I want to produce a small wave. I want to keep the ocean quiet. The ocean is not deciding. There are so many circumstances around the ocean, the different currents that are there, the different types of air that is blowing, the different velocity and speed with which air is blowing, all that decides the different types of waves. So iti mam yaha abhijanati. If why should I know this, that Ishvara is not the doer of the actions? Iti mam yaha abhijanati karma bihi nasa badhyate. The one who knows this truth is not bound by the actions that they do. It is not that they are going to do any action and it is an excuse for doing anything that we want. No, such people who are studying the Bhagavad Gita and who are taking the words of the Bhagavad Gita sincerely, they will naturally refrain from the wrong actions. And even after that, also, even in the right actions, there may be a lot of doubts that we have whether this is good or this has to be done or whether I can do something better. All these thoughts will come. But if you think that Ishvara is not touched by any action, and Ishvara does not have any desire for the results of any action, and that is that Ishvara, if you know me in that way, that person also karma bihi nasa badhyate. That person is also not bound by actions. Namam tani karmani limpanti dehadi arambakatvena ahamkara abhavat nacha tesham karmanam phaleshu me spriha trishna. Since Ishvara is the person who does not have ahamkara. Ahamkara means that individual self-will in an individual that shrinks with fear, that expands with love, that gets excited, that gets anxious, that gets worried. There is that independent activity that's going on in an individual. Different types of sensations are experienced. That is the jiva. The content of the jivatvam is Ishvara. So that Ishvara is not touched by anything. So suppose I say I am shrinking with fear, that substance which is shrinking is Ishvara, and that substance is untouched by fear. That substance is untouched by anger. That substance is untouched by hatred. That substance is untouched by jealousy. Namam tani karmani limpanti. Like I do not have that ahamkara. I do not have the sense of doership. And therefore, tesham karmanam phaleshu na spriha trishna. I am not interested in the results of the action because I don't consider myself as a doer of the action. And so I am not seeking after particular results of the action also. Esham tu samsarinam aham karta iti abhimanah karmasu spruha tat phaleshu cha tan karmani limpanti iti yuktam tat abhavat namam karmani limpanti. Whereas a samsari, the one who is caught, he says, I am the one who is doing the action. And so I am the one who will enjoy the results or suffer the consequences of the action. But Ishvara says, I don't have that sense of I. It's like a baby is there. The baby does not have that sense of I. It is naturally pushing its legs, pushing its hands, crying, whatever feeling it is having, the feeling of hunger, the feeling of thirst, or the feeling of nappy change, whatever it wants, it just expresses that feeling very naturally. That is the state of Bhagavan also. But when it is a human being, we say, I feel this, I want this, I want to do this, that ahankara is very strong in the jiva. Iti evam yaha anyaha api mam atmatvena abhijanati na aham karta na me karma phale spriha iti na karma bihi na badhyate tasya api na dehadi arambakani karmani bhavanti ityartah. So there are no actions for this person, Ishvara, because he does not believe that he is the doer of the action and he does not seek after results, particular results of the action. Na aham karta, na me karma phale spriha. I am not the doer and I don't have any attachment to the results of the action. So what happens if I know what happens to so many people in this world have been knowing about Ishvara in this manner, and they have lived their life and they have been doing their work in this manner. Evam jnatva kritam karma purvairapi mumukshubhihi kuru karmaiva tasmat tvam purvaih purvataram kritam evam jnatva kritam karma. In this way, when one does actions, one who has done action, the purvairapi, the people who have lived before us. Who are these people we are talking about? Mumukshubihi, the people who sought after freedom. The people who want freedom in this life, they seek to do actions without being tied as the doer of the action and as the enjoyer of the results. They are mumukshus. In the same way you do actions, Arjuna, you do this action, but don't identify yourself as a doer, means don't give great importance that you are doing the action and it has to be done in this way, and this way is not my way of doing it. Even for a simple dosa, in our way we do like this, in your way we do like this. We close the dosa with a lid and let it steam. In our way, in your way you are not doing. So people fight over all these small things because they have identification as a doer of the action. So kuru karmaiva tasmatvam Arjuna. Oh Arjuna, you also do actions without identifying yourself as a. Don't give too much of energy and importance and discussion about who is doing the action. I am doing the action, and this is the way it has to be done. Just do quietly. Don't give too much importance to discussing about the action. The action just has to happen smoothly. We can experience that while driving. When people drive cars and you sit also, there are people who just keep boasting about their driving skills, and I drive like this, I turn like this. Everybody drives cars, so what? It is not that. Then there are certain people who don't think too much about that. They enjoy driving cars, they drive very smoothly. And those people, like, especially when there's so much of ego in that driving of a car, and so much of ego about everything on the road, how why that man is coming in front. And suddenly there will be many people sitting in the car. There may be senior people also, old people also, and this person who's driving the car with so much of energy that he is the one and he really wants to show off. It's such a torture to sit in the car. So when the speed breaker comes, they will brake suddenly. How this government is doing like this? Can't they cut off the speed breakers? He would not have seen. He's not skillful enough to maneuver, but makes a lot of noise about it. And at the end of it, it is a miserable experience for the people sitting in the car. But at the same time, when the driver is driving without the sense of an ego or attachment that he is the driver, he is a very skilled driver, and he very smoothly, he is in love with the vehicle. He takes care of the vehicle very well, and he smoothly maneuvers the vehicle like there is devotion in his work. If you see the vehicle, it is so beautiful. If you open the vehicle, you love to sit inside it because it has been so well maintained, and every part of the vehicle is so smooth because he's paying attention to that and taking care and doing the repairs. With love he is doing that work. And when such a person sits on the wheel and drives a car, you will never even feel it is like traveling in an air cushioned bus. No, the bus will, the wheels will be, there'll be an air gap between the wheel and the road. You will never even know that you are traveling in the road. So that kind of an experience we get. So that is the difference between the one who works with all ego and the one who works without an idea that he is the doer of the action. Evam jnatva kritam karma purvairapi mumukshubhihi kuru karmaiva tasmatvam purvaih purvataram kritam. Evam jnatva kritam karma purvaihi api atikrantaihi mumukshubhihi. The people, the seekers after liberation, they have lived in the past also. It is not that only now we are striving for liberation and we are striving for self-knowledge, and all the people who passed on before us are all Buddhas. It is not like that. They were great, great masters who have all gone past us. So they have all done actions like this. Kurutena karma eva tvam na tushnim asanam na api sanyasaha kartavya. So Arjuna, you also do action. You also work. Krishna is encouraging everybody to do work. He is not, Bhagavad Gita is not the philosophy of sit and meditation quietly. No. People who have attained the knowledge have also done action, Krishna. You also do action. You don't sit quietly without doing anything. And you also don't think that give up everything and take up sannyasa. Don't have these two options also. These are Bhagavan Adisankaracharya's explanations. Tasmat tvam purvaihi api anushtitatvat yadi anatmagnyah tvam tada atma shuddhyartham tatvavit चेत लोक संग्रहार्थम पूर्वैः जनकादिभिः पूर्वतरं कृतं न अधुनातनं कृतं निर्वर्तितम्. So Purvataram means there are kings like Janaka. They have realized the truth. They have realized the self. Earlier he said Janaka, Ashwapati, Adina. Adi Shankaracharya Bhagavan said. He quoted these two names also besides Janaka. So Purvataram, like King Janaka, who was a self-realized being, he also did action for the welfare of the world. And you don't sit without doing actions like people in the present days, in the present conditions, who don't do action. Don't be like them. He tells Arjuna, he's giving the right example for Arjuna to follow. Tatra karma chet kartavyam twadvachanat eva karomi aham kim visheshitena पूर्वैः पूर्वतरं कृतम् इति उच्यते यस्मात् महत् वैषम्यं कर्मणि कथम्. So it is like asking, it is like as if, this is an avatarika, where as if Arjuna is having this question, he's saying, Krishna, why do you want to explain so much, like do like Janaka, be like those people? You tell me to do action, I will do action. No. Why do you want to show so many examples and spend so much of your energy discussing all this? You tell Arjuna, do, I'm going to do. But in the next few verses, Krishna gives explanations why he has to talk so much about karma, because the way of karma is very deep and we don't know what should be done and what should not be done. The knowledge about karma is very, very difficult to understand even for the very great people, very great masters. So that is why I have to talk so much about doing action. We will continue with the next few verses tomorrow. Om Sarvesham Swastirбhavatu Sarvesham Shantirbhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamasorma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Bole Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Har Namah Parvati Pataye. Har Har Mahadeva. Hari Om.